told your friend you're not okay.
Hi, we're at the Julia Creek Caravan Park, and one of the attractions here is they've got artesian baths, which they've set up in water tanks. So there's 4 in water tanks, which we've been to 3 years ago, and since then they've built these little wooden bungalows on each end. So you go in here and the doors open out onto that empty paddock, and there's baths set up there, and you can take your cheese and biggies and a drink and sit in the artesian baths looking out into the distance, having a wine, having a beer and cheese and biggies. So we'll show you in there once it's up. So this is what it looks like inside the artesian bath. It's cool, like a little bungalow, hot artesian water, and then you got a view out there. Cool. We're in Richmond today, and we're at the Brontosaurus corner, so lots of dinosaur fossils here. So there's a lot of sea animals, ammonites, etc., which we're just looking at here at the moment. Brontosaurus corner in Richmond. We've just been through the museum. It's quite interesting actually. Lots of marine fossils found of things like this, Brontosaurus. And there's a dig site that you can go out to and have a dig yourself. Thinking of doing that tomorrow. Oh, here we are out at the fossil hunting site, 12 k's north of Richmond. After going to the Brontosaurus Museum yesterday, got inspired to go fossil hunting, didn't we? Or did I?
No, we both did.
We both did, oh. So there's a public dig site out here. You pay $20 for a licence, and you can dig for fossils. So I had a quick look at a hole over there and already see shells in pieces of shale and stuff. So might have a dig around for an hour or two, and we'll head off to Richmond after that. So come with us, and we'll, if you're lucky, we'll name a new dinosaur after you if we find something. Yeah, maybe send us something in the comments. What do you want it called? All right. Finding lots of little shells, small invertebrate marine life. Nothing major so far. We're at the Porcupine National Park this morning. Just arrived at the Gorge Lookout. We're going to wander down this path and check it out. But yeah, we drove from Richmond from our fossil fossicking expedition, which we found a few shells, ancient shells and things like that, but that's about all. No dinosaurs that we can name after any of our viewers, unfortunately. But yeah, so we camped in the Hewenden RV free camp in town last night, and we've just driven out here 60 odd k's Porcupine Gorge for a day trip. So I'll show you the gorge. Porcupine Gorge lookout. Wow, look at this. sort of comes out of nowhere in the middle of this landscape. Wow. Wow, really cuts down into the landscape, doesn't it? Huh.
I reckon this is Australia's Grand Canyon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And this is the pyramid access track to Porcupine Gorge. So the gorge is opened up quite a lot here. Quite a windy day, so you'll get a lot of wind noise in the microphone, unfortunately. How's the walk going, Lucy? We're sort of 3/4 of the way down Pyramid Track Walk. I think that's Pyramid Rock over there, so you get down and I think Pyramid Rock, you can see each layer, geological layer, from the basalt up the top through the red sandstones and into the white sandstones, the oldest down the bottom. So get down there and have a look. So we're down the bottom of the gorge, and the bottom layer of stone here is a white sandstone. We're just trying to remember how old they reckon the white layer is. So I think it's in the 200s, 220 million years old. But yeah, really stark difference with the colour of the sandstone down at this bottom level. So why is this water red, Lucy?
I think the red oxide from the rocks.
Oh, I think so. That's a good answer. All overflows out here and left a red stain on the nice white rock. Look at this figure of 8 pool that's been cut out by the flowing water. Little one. Dunes. They look like sand dunes, except they're actually stone. We are just at the base of Pyramid Rock now, having a bit of a break, an apple. Here's the view of Pyramid Rock. You can see all those different sedimentary layers, from the basalt layer on top, which is laid down by a nearby volcano that exploded, laid a harder layer of basalt on top, covered up the sandstones underneath. But once this river cut through the basalt, it quickly cut down through all these different layers of sandstone. Good morning, we're at Charters Towers. I got here yesterday, staying in the Dalrymple caravan park. So we're just doing a few jobs, cleaning today, fixing things. These little corners, we bump our heads on these corners all the time. Lucy bumped her head on this one this morning,
And I swore.
and she wasn't happy. So anyway, these little bump stops, I did have them on before with the hot weather. They fell off a little while ago, so I better put them back on again. So I was a bit fiddly, and I thought, getting all the gum off and then re-sticking them on. So anyway, hopefully that'll save our heads. Anyway, I've just noticed there's a whole flock of black cockatoos just behind the caravan here, eating on something that's falling out of the tree. You can hear them crunching. Whatever it is that's falling out of that tree, I'll check it out later. Might be a bit hard to see. They're black. So the next job for the day, I was having a bit of a problem with not getting in much power from the car to the caravan when driving. So there's an Anderson plug, so one of these sort of plugs on the back of the car, which comes from the battery and the alternator in the car, and connects via this one, which I've pulled apart. That goes into the caravan and charges the caravan as you're driving along. Ideally you should get 40 amps running from the car to the caravan, and then by the time you use up some of the power in the caravan going to the fridge, you might get about 35 amps going into the battery if it's below 80%. But at times I've only been getting 15 amps, 20 amps. Anyway, I thought one of these might be loose, one of these connectors, but they seem fairly well fixed. There was a whole lot of red dust in there, which I've cleaned out, which, there's a lot of iron and that red dust could be a bit conductive as well. So I'm just cleaning it out. I'm going to put it back together and see what happens next time I'm driving down the road and the battery needs charging, see if it's made a difference. Anyway, they seem to be a bit fiddly. They do get dirty quite easily. When I get home, I'll just look into seeing if there's any better quality Anderson connectors you can use on the back of your car and caravan. Anyway, I'll put this all back together and we'll see how it goes next time we're on the road.
We've got a visitor to our campsite tonight. He's probably looking for food, but anyway, he's very pretty. We're at Theresa Creek Dam for the night, and it's lovely.
So here we are at Theresa Creek Dam, just for our friend Theresa. Especially for you, which is the only reason we've come here, because it's called Theresa Creek Dam. So I hope you enjoy the episode and the view of the dam. Anyway, we travelled about 400 k's today from Charters Towers. I did pull into a free camp called Twin Hills Free Camp. Got there, we weren't that impressed, were we?
There's no hills.
There's no hills, yeah. It wasn't that flash a place to stop, so just had some lunch. Yep.
This is much nicer.
Had some lunch and decided to travel another 150k down the road to Theresa Creek Dam, which is just near Claremont. So only staying here one night. Might be good for a couple of nights, but anyway, we're booked into the gem fields, Ruby Vale tomorrow for a couple of nights to go and do a bit of gem fossicking and bring back some big sapphires and rubies so that Dane, if you're watching, you can polish them up for us and make a big ring for us or something. Anyway, this is where we're camped. It's $15 a night, and you just pick your spot wherever you like. It's quite a big area, and there's a view, the southern end of the northern end of the dam. It's quite pretty. And there's quite a few people here, as you can see, all parked around the foreshores. This is one section. There's another section a bit further up. We're going to go for a walk and have a look up there. So we'll show you what it looks like up there, Theresa.
Oh.
So here we are at the, the southern end of the Theresa Creek Dam Lake. Quite nice. Nice picnic area set up here. More vans up there and the kiosk and others up there. A bit breezy today. Swimming area over there. Not so many people swimming. A bit cold. Mightn't be too many more swimming shots on this trip. Starting to head south. It's getting colder. So we are out past Sapphire today, at a place called Glenalvon, doing a tag-along gemstone fossicking tour. And I've got Lucy on the shovel. how's it going there, Lucy? Digging up some big ones?
Fantastic.
So this is the first part of the process. Get rid of the clay top layer, and then there's this gravel layer, which you can see there, before you hit another clay layer. So gems normally sit on top of that lower clay layer. So you gotta get through the gravel, pick up all the gravel, and stick it in the buckets. And then we'll show you the next process over there at the trommel. Keep digging, Lucy. This is the trommel. You put too much in this bucket, it's a bit heavy. So we rotate the trommel. The big stuff ends up out the bottom. Oh,
Oops.
don't forget a bucket in the bottom. Watch out for all the big one. It could be a huge one fall out here. Not so far. So this is the wash. Put out of the trommel. Next part of the process is to put some on with 2 layers of sieve. Big one on top, smaller one underneath. Fill that up. Take those sieves over to the willoughby and pump some water through all the dirt out.
For a minute.
A minute, was it?
Yeah.
60 seconds. Just take the top layer off first. Give it a quick rinse. Now we dip it out like a cake.
And you got to look for glass.
A glassy coloured colour. Ooh. So we've been finding stuff in the second sieve after we go through about 3 of these. So that's the second sieve, is the smaller stuff. Any colour in that. So lots of quartz here, the white stuff. Ironstone, I think, is that stuff. And then you start. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's pretty quick, eh?
See the small ones, you can see the big one.
Yeah, right. Up and in there. And here's what we found. After going through the willoughby, searching through it, there's a few bits there. That's a big bit, isn't it? Mm. We'll go in our little bag. Nice ring for you, Lucy.
Mm.
And here's what we've found so far. Oh, you can see the colour. Some of those. So a bit of a wrap up on our fossicking, gem fossicking day today. We've got to do it out at the fields. Yeah, as we said, it was a tag along tour. Keith was the guy's name. Might take a photo of his shop and put it in here tomorrow before we leave. But yeah, we thought it was good. 4 hours, $50 each. He showed you, the whole process, helped you identify sapphires, etc. Had a cup of tea out there for you, morning tea and a biscuit and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, it was good.
yeah,
Hard work.
hard work. Yeah,
And then I fell over.
yeah. So a bit of an incident. We filled up the 2 last buckets, were they?
Yeah. No. Second
Not quite.
last.
Second last buckets, and Lucy decided to pick up a heavy one and try and walk herself. And I heard a bit of a scream, and she was on the ground, grazed her knee and her elbow and everything. But
Poor old lady that I am.
I don't think there's any more serious damage than that. That was there. No. Anyway, this is what we found. So
All our riches.
might be a bit hard to see, but according to Keith, there is a couple in here which might be
This
gem
one?
quality. That's a black sapphire. A few black ones there, a couple of blue ones here. It's a bit hard to see unless you got it up to the sun. Yellow ones, which are the more rare type sapphire.
They're green, aren't they?
Yellow, green, I don't know. Anyway, some of those are just little chips I don't think you can do much with, but some of these others are a little bit bigger, might be able to do something with them. Anyway, we will take it to our gem expert when we get home, Dane.
From Minto.
Yeah. So Dane knows a bit more about gems than we do, so we'll be coming around to see you, Dane, and get some recommendations about what we're going to do with these precious gems when we get home. So anyway, that's it for Ruby Vale today. We're heading off tomorrow, going to Emerald, going to visit Lucy's brother Kevin, stay with him for a couple of days in Emerald. And don't know where we're going after that, but we're going to work that out yet. Making our way slowly to Coolum, get our van serviced. Anyway, we'll wrap up this video. It's going to be a 2-week video, this one, because there hasn't been a lot going on, but we'll put out weeks, is it
19 and 20.
19 and 20 on Monday, hopefully. Alright, see you next time.